What if this wasn't just about a hacked Lamborghini, some shady wire transfers, or a grieving wife with millions in hidden real estate? What if something, or someone, much bigger was behind it all? Because now, the spotlight isn't just on Rute Ferreira, Diogo's wife. It's shifting toward a new, unexpected target. A man who once claimed to be a mere eyewitness, and who now might be the next to be arrested. Welcome to Interrogation Day 2, and the day everything started to unravel. At precisely 10:15 a.m., Portuguese and Spanish officials arrived at Rute's Porto residence. But this wasn't just a visit. This was a premeditated, strategic interrogation that had been quietly coordinated for days. According to sources, Rute was only informed a few hours before. No warning. No press. No time to prepare a public response. This was about answers. She was transported to a private interrogation site. No cameras. No reporters. No lawyer statements. And once inside, investigators didn't waste a second. This wasn't a casual interview, this was a hunt for the truth. One goal: identify contradictions and force the facts into the light. Over the course of several hours, Rute faced 14 hard-hitting questions, most of them built around three key puzzle pieces: the hacked GPS of Diogo's rented Lamborghini, the mysterious $500,000 wire transfer to a Dubai account, and her secret purchase of 2 luxury villas just weeks before the crash. But that wasn't even the biggest moment. Because right in the middle of the session, investigators revealed something that neither Rute nor her legal team expected. New surveillance footage. Footage from the highway where Diogo's car exploded. And what it showed changed the entire game. Until now, the official narrative was simple. Diogo's Lamborghini was reportedly speeding on a dark stretch of road near kilometer 65 on Spain's A52. The tire burst. The car lost control. It slammed into a barrier and exploded. But the footage told a different story. CCTV enhancement revealed a truck trailing just feet behind the Lamborghini in the final seconds before the crash. In the grainy footage, there's a moment, just before the explosion, where it looks like contact may have been made. There was no mention of this truck in the original reports. No statements. No data logs. That's when things took a sharp turn. Because this wasn't just any truck. It was driven by a man who had already gone public, claiming to be a grieving eyewitness who saw the crash from a distance. He even described the fire, the swerve, the supposed blowout. But now investigators are asking, was that interview a smokescreen? Was this man not just a witness, but part of the incident itself? Investigators are now treating that driver as a potential suspect. They've already pulled his vehicle for forensic inspection. Dashcam footage. Black box data. Even brake timing logs. And if any of that shows signs of impact, or if paint from Diogo's car is found on the truck, that driver could be arrested in the coming days. Meanwhile, the company that rented Diogo the Lamborghini is facing a firestorm of its own. As it turns out, they had real-time access to the vehicle's GPS systems. Meaning they could have tracked the car's movement at any point, including during the moment the GPS was allegedly hacked. Why didn't they report anything? Why did they stay silent while the system was being tampered with? Investigators are now demanding internal communications, server logs, and records of who had access to Diogo's travel data. And there's more. A third-party subcontractor, a small tech firm tasked with Lamborghini's GPS maintenance, has now been added to the investigation. Reports suggest they worked on the car's system less than a week before Diogo's crash. Now authorities are asking if they knowingly left vulnerabilities, or worse, inserted them. Back in the interrogation room, Root was shown the enhanced footage. Her body language reportedly shifted. She stopped making eye contact. Her answers became clipped. When confronted with IP data showing that Diogo's car had been remotely accessed from their home Wi-Fi, after he had already left for his drive, she responded. That could have been Diogo. He knew the passwords too. But evidence shows he was already en route, and that the access occurred minutes after his phone disconnected from the home network. That's when her legal team stepped in and called for a break. By the time questioning resumed, sources say her tone had changed. Defensive. Evasive. Almost silent when the topic returned to the truck footage. Was she caught off guard? Or was she buying time? Because here's the thing, if investigators prove that this wasn't just a GPS hack, but an actual coordinated event involving another vehicle, we're no longer looking at a digital crime. We're looking at conspiracy. Possibly even premeditated murder. As of now, 3 new entities have been officially pulled into the investigation. 1. The Lamborghini rental company. 2. The truck driver, no longer just a witness. 3. The subcontractor responsible for GPS servicing. Authorities believe these 3 may have information, or involvement, that points to something much deeper than anyone initially realized. This wasn't just a random crash. It may have been carefully planned. And now, the consequences are catching up. Shortly after Root's interrogation ended, Diogo Jota's family released a brief, emotional statement. We are trusting the process. We believe in truth. We want Diogo's name cleared of this darkness. But behind the scenes, family members are reportedly furious. One close family friend shared. We don't believe this was just an accident anymore. There are too many lies. Too many secrets. Root has made no comment to the press. But officials confirm that her travel privileges have been suspended. She is not permitted to leave Portugal. Interpol is now involved, tracing the $500,000 transfer to Dubai and investigating encrypted emails sent between unknown accounts just days before the crash. And as for the truck, it has been impounded. Forensic teams are analyzing the bumpers, tires, and undercarriage for any sign of impact. If they find even a trace of paint from Diogo's car, the driver won't be a witness anymore. He'll be suspect number 2. The question now is no longer, what happened to Diogo Jota? The real question is, who made sure it did? And how far are they willing to go to keep the truth buried? This case isn't just about a football star. It's about betrayal, power, and the possibility that the most tragic moment of his life wasn't an accident at all. Stay tuned, because the next arrest may be closer than we think.